The archaeological expedition had seemed routine enough. Commander Zekthor of the Vral Collective stood aboard the luminous Inquiry, watching the blue-green planet rotate slowly beneath them. Earth, the humans had called it. 500,000 years had passed since the galaxy's most enigmatic species had simply disappeared. "Commander, we're detecting unusual energy signatures from the planet's moon," reported his scanner technician, her chitinous plates clicking with excitement. Zekthor's 3 eyes narrowed. The Vral had been excavating human sites across the galaxy for 2 centuries now, piecing together the puzzle of what had happened to them. The humans had been everywhere once, bold, aggressive, impossibly creative. Then 500,000 years ago, they had vanished without a trace, leaving behind only their ruins and mysteries. "Take us closer," he ordered. The lunar installation was buried beneath layers of micrometeorite impacts and regolith, but the Vral sensors had no difficulty penetrating the surface. What they found made Zekthor's breathing stalks flutter with astonishment. "By the ancestors," he whispered. "It's a shipyard, an entire fleet construction facility." The structure was massive, extending deep into the moon's core, and it was still intact, preserved in the airless void. Within hours, the Vral expedition had breached the outer airlock and entered the ancient human facility. The interior defied comprehension. Hangar bays stretched for kilometers, each one containing vessels of war unlike anything the modern galaxy had ever seen. Sleek destroyers bristled with weapon systems. Massive carriers sat in their berths like sleeping titans, and at the center of it all, a dreadnought so large it seemed to dwarf even the mountains of Zekthor's homeworld. "The technology," breathed the expedition's chief scientist. "Commander, these ships are more advanced than anything the Collective has ever built. The humans created this 500,000 years ago." Zekthor approached a control console, its surface covered in the angular script of human English. His translator struggled with the archaic dialect, but slowly the words resolved. "Emergency reactivation protocol. Authorized personnel only." "Don't touch anything," Zekthor commanded, but it was too late. One of his crew members, overwhelmed by curiosity, had pressed a sequence of buttons. The entire facility hummed to life. Deep within the dreadnought's core, 2 pods began their revival sequence. Ice crystals sublimated away as ancient heating systems activated. Inside the first pod, Mia's eyes snapped open, her augmented neural system synchronizing with the ship's awakening AI. Inside the second, Ken gasped his first breath in 500 millennia, his combat implants running their diagnostic sequences. "Status report," Mia said automatically, her throat raw from disuse. A holographic display materialized before her. "You have been in cryostasis for 547 years. The emergency reactivation protocol has been triggered by unauthorized access to Fleet Base Luna 7. Unknown species detected. Threat assessment pending." Ken's pod opened beside hers and he stumbled out, catching himself against the wall. "Mia, what the hell? I thought we were only supposed to sleep for 50 years until the colony ships returned." Mia's face was grim as she reviewed the data streaming into her consciousness. "The colony ships never came back, Ken. Something went wrong. But that's not our immediate problem." "What is?" "Someone just woke us up. And according to the sensors, they're not human." The 2 of them moved through the dreadnought with practiced efficiency, their bodies quickly remembering the muscle memory that centuries of sleep couldn't erase. Mia had been a fleet admiral before the long sleep, commanding humanity's defensive forces. Ken had been her chief tactical officer, the finest military mind of his generation. They reached the bridge and the view screens activated at their presence. The luminous Inquiry hung in space nearby, clearly visible. "Unknown vessel, this is Admiral Mia Chen of the United Human Defense Fleet," she transmitted. "You have illegally accessed a military installation. State your intentions immediately." Aboard the luminous Inquiry, chaos erupted. The Vral had encountered many ancient automated defense systems before, but this was different. This was a real voice, speaking in real time. "This is Commander Zekthor of the Vral Collective," he replied, his translator working frantically. "We meant no offense. We are archaeologists studying your species. We believed humans were extinct." Mia exchanged a glance with Ken. "Extinct?" she whispered. "What happened to everyone?" Ken was already pulling up historical logs, his face growing pale as he read. "The colony ships. They made it to their destinations. Humanity spread across thousands of worlds. But then there was some kind of transcendence event. According to these files, the entire species evolved beyond physical form. They just left, ascended to some higher plane of existence. Except us, Mia said quietly. The ones they left behind to guard the home system just in case. She turned back to the communication channel. Commander Zekthor, you've stumbled onto something you don't understand. This facility contains weapons that could sterilize entire star systems. Why should I believe your intentions are peaceful? Zekthor's response came quickly, tinged with fear. Admiral, the Vral Collective has spent 2 centuries trying to understand humanity. You are the most remarkable species we've ever discovered. Your art, your courage, your impossible optimism in the face of a hostile universe. We've built our entire civilization on the principles we learned from studying your ruins. We mean you no harm. Mia studied the alien vessel on her screens. It was lightly armed, more a research ship than a warship. Around her, the dreadnought systems continued powering up, weapons charging, shields initializing. With a thought, she could unleash destruction that would echo across the galaxy. But that wasn't what humanity had been about. Not really. Ken, power down the weapon systems, she said softly. Keep the shields up, but no active targeting. Are you sure? He asked. She nodded. Humanity didn't leave us here to be destroyers. They left us as guardians. And maybe as teachers. She opened the channel again. Commander Zekthor, I'm going to make you an offer. You want to understand humanity? Then let's talk. Really talk. You can study this facility under our supervision. In exchange, you tell us everything about what the galaxy has become in the 500,000 years we've been asleep. There was a long pause. Then, Admiral, we would be honored. Thank you. As the Vral ship began its approach, Mia felt Ken's hand on her shoulder. What do we do now? He asked. We're the last humans in the physical universe. Mia looked at the Earth rotating below them, still beautiful after all this time. We do what humans have always done, Ken. We adapt. We survive. And we make sure that even though humanity moved on, they left something worth remembering behind. The dreadnought's lights blazed in the darkness, a beacon from the past illuminating the future. And for the first time in 500,000 years, Earth's ultimate war fleet stood watch once more, not as conquerors, but as the guardians humanity had always meant them to be. In the end, perhaps that was the most human thing of all.